Two old guys in the records, one old guy for now as Sydney's lockdown restrictions continue. Mike and I decided longer to press on with some fun segments about our love and our passion for our records. As promised yesterday, here is a new segment, Top 5 Tuesdays. And it's very, very hard to find 5 singles that I have bought. I'm not sort of making my lists up. 5 singles that I bought from an artist. You know, I was going through my collection and there are so many artists that have only got 3 or 4 singles, which knocks that out. So I can't do things like Metallica because I've got an online CD single. And I can't do, you know, all my heavy metal artists that I love because we bought their albums rather than buying singles. So a very, very interesting concept here that I have to have bought the single and 5 singles from an artist to be on Top 5 Tuesdays. But today's episode is, you know, the powerhouse band that's been part of our lives for decades. Yes, we've headbanged to their rock anthems, we've air guitared at engagement parties, at wedding parties, at 21sts. I'm talking about the Riffmasters. Everyone's favourite AC/DC. And here is my top 5 singles that I have. Number 5, Touch Too Much off the Highway to Hell album. I know a lot of people are going to be saying, hey, you know, there are better songs than this, but I'm being very, very sentimental, and I think this is also an underrated single. I'm being sentimental because this is Bon Scott's last single. Now, it's very, very, you can see the sound is beginning to change because they've changed producers, that John Mutt Lange is on this, you know, they're moving in a different sort of sound, but the riff is still there. Bon Scott's cheeky self is quite evident because this damn woman's gonna drive me insane. You know, she's got a touch too much, so lots of feelies there obviously for Bon Scott. And this was, as I said, Bon Scott's last single. You know, a year after this he's already tragically passed away. So number 5. Number 4, baby, please don't go, a cover version. We go all the way back to High Voltage, the debut album. What a song. No one talks about the Flipside Love Song for June, which was an original. Everyone talks about this one here. You know, those twinkling fingers of Angus Young for the riff. It's fantastic. Now, I suggest you go and look at some footage from the Australian music show Countdown where they premiere this. Yes, Angus Young is in the school uniform, of course, but have a look at Bon Scott. He's wearing a schoolgirl's uniform, and Phil Rudd, the drummer's face, is priceless. You just can't believe they're actually doing it. But look, the energy and the power of a young band. Number 4, baby, please don't go. Number 3, for those about to rock, we salute you. You almost get this impression that you're in the Colosseum and you're saluting the Caesar before you go into battle. But this is a tribute to rock and roll and, you know, rock and roll fans. And it's such a huge anthem with, you know, the cannon fire. You have to blame someone who was watching Princess Diana and Prince Charles's wedding in the next room where AC/DC was rehearsing, and there was the 21 gun salute. And that's where they got their idea, but what a masterstroke to have the cannon fire in it. And of course, you know, there is the suggestive lyrics of, you know, pick up your balls and load your cannon. Well, always there, always a suggestion, the power of suggestion is always there. But this is AC/DC, not as successful as the Back in Black album, but for those about to rock, is the band riding this massive tsunami of success, you know. And this is my number 3. Number 2, You Shook Me All Night Long, and what a debut for Brian Johnson. Big sound, big drums, guitars. You know, this is AC/DC being taken to the next level by John Mutt Lange. Great debut for Brian Johnson. There is a controversy here because who wrote the lyrics, how much of Bon Scott, the late Bon Scott, was on here. So things like, she told me to come, but I was already there. A lot of people from Bon Scott's ex-girlfriends to friends to people around the inner circle say that, that was a line Bon Scott had written already down in his little notepad that he used to carry around with him. But yes, nonetheless, this is AC/DC on the next level. Like I said, You Shook Me All Night Long. What a rock and roll song, which actually charts in the US, which is another thing that AC/DC achieves with this. Okay, Mega Stardom is coming after this. Number 1, Jailbreak. Going back to the Dirty Deeds album. And why I chose this is because you can hear AC/DC early on in the piece, that signature chords of, Malcolm Young's rhythm guitar. You've got Bon Scott's charismatic vocals. You've got the energy of Angus Young. It is fantastic. And all in the name of liberty, because it's a jailbreak, of course. The film clip was filmed for Countdown, that music show in Australia, and Angus has replaced his school uniform with a prison uniform. It's quite hilarious, I must say. So yes, I love everything about it. My favourite section is at the bridge or the break, where he sort of says heartbeat, freedom, spotlight, sirens, rifles, firing. And the persona makes it out with some bullet holes in the back, and then after it's Jailbreak, and this driving outro is amazing. I've turned up the volume of that driving. It is just awesome. But yes, it is just that cruising sound. So my number 1, Jailbreak, AC/DC. I'll see you next Tuesday with another Tuesday Top 5. See you then.